Singapore, 1970s. A young nation, 1,000 small hopes. Two men, both in their 30s, believed the same truth. Land here would rise in value. 30 years later, one man had nothing. The other owned 2 plots worth millions. This isn't luck. It's faith, action, and stewardship. Stay with me. Part 1, the story of Daniel and Benjamin. Scene 1. Daniel, early 30s, salt of the earth, driving a lorry along dusty kampong roads, greeting familiar faces. Daniel believed. He said, "Land will rise, I just know it." But his days were full. The lorry, the roots, the familiar kopitiam. Belief stayed a phrase, a wish spoken over coffee and beer. He never saved, never planned. Faith without action. 30 years later, he still had nothing to show for that belief. Scene 2, Benjamin, same age, pragmatic, writing numbers in a small notebook, placing notes and coins in a tin. Benjamin believed the same thing, but he acted. Each month, every dollar was accounted for. Small comforts were sacrificed. Fewer nights at the movies, cheaper meals, no fancy clothes. He saved diligently. Slowly, that small discipline turned into enough to buy a modest plot along Thomson Road. One small house for his young family, which was humble yet secure. Over time, he bought the neighboring plot too, reinvesting with patience. Day by day, choice by choice, faith became action and action became fruit. Part 2, the scale of land values, 2 iron, 3 die. Let's make this real. In the 1970s, a small HDB flat could cost around $17,000. Today, the same would fetch around $590,000. This is roughly 35 times more. Benjamin's plot on Thomson Road cost less than $30,000 back then. Today, a similar plot is worth $3 to $5 million depending on size, a whopping 100x increase. And thanks to government adjustments in plot ratio, he could build 4 terrace houses on what was once 2 modest plots. Benjamin's wealth wasn't luck. It was disciplined saving, patience, and strategic action aligning with the growth of Singapore. Part 3, Biblical Reflection. This story is a living parable. The Bible tells us in James 2:17, "Faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead." And consider the parable of the talents, Matthew 25:14-30. A master entrusted his servants with money. 2 invested wisely, multiplying what they were given. 1 buried the talent, fearing loss. The first 2 were praised and rewarded. The third was rebuked. The lessons are clear. 1. Faith must act. Daniel believed, but without acting, his faith produced nothing. 2. Stewardship multiplies what God gives. Benjamin's disciplined saving mirrors the servants who invested. 3. Risk and wisdom go hand in hand. Acting doesn't mean recklessness. It means applying effort, intelligence, and faith in a careful, God-honoring way. Challenge for viewers. Pray and ask God for guidance on your finances, career, or talents. Start small with consistent, intentional action compounds over time. Reflect. Are you bearing your talents out of fear or inaction? Part 4, Millennial and Gen Z Reflection. For millennials and Gen Z, Benjamin's story is both inspiring and confronting. Rising property prices, CPF considerations, career pressures with the hurdles today feel enormous. Many wonder if their saving and effort will ever be enough. Contrast this with a Gen Z colleague I knew. Her parents had already bought her a condominium while she was still in university. Her journey didn't involve scrimping, calculating interest, or working overtime. She had a golden spoon. Benjamin's journey shows us discipline and action matter. Privilege may smooth the path for some, but faithful stewardship, coupled with using what we do have, this can create generational impact. It's not about comparison, but alignment with God's principles. Part 5, Practical Takeaways. So what can you do today? Here are 3 steps to live faith in action. 1. Pray and plan. Ask God for wisdom, then create a concrete plan sheet for savings, skills, or service. 2. Start small and stay consistent. Even minor actions repeated over time can multiply. 3. Stewardship over shortcuts. Honor God in your choices, even in challenging circumstances. Weekly challenge. Pick one area where you've said, I believe God will provide, and take a small action. Open a savings account, enroll in a skill-building course, volunteer, or share your faith. Let action meet belief. Conclusion and call to action. Daniel and Benjamin believed the same thing. One remained stagnant, the other acted. God calls us to a living faith. To be the one that prays, plans, and acts. Which path will you choose? Faith without action or faith in motion? If this story inspired you, like and subscribe to AR Evolving Door. Comment below. What is one small step you will take this week? I'll read and pray with 3 of your replies. Amen.